A little bit of an update for you. I'd say they are 95% done. They started on Friday, only worked a half a day. We had a bin delivered, started filling the bin. The bin's on the north end of the house, and we need to get that dumped tomorrow. The guy's supposed to come tomorrow morning. This is a dream come true. That ridge line that you see still intact, that was built like that originally. And at the time, back in 202 or 203, the house is dated 203, so probably 203. They had rules and restrictions that the roofs had to be 512 pitch or higher. The front met that. That's probably a 612. But this lower west half here was only a 412. And the town took him to court, the builder, and he lost. And what he did was he tacked on that dormer roof. Originally I called it a pergola roof. I meant to say dormer roof. And it was ugly. They didn't put siding along the edge and on the gable ends. I did paint it once in 2016. Didn't paint the north side because you really can't see that unless you're looking hard. It was just disgusting. The 4-inch sewer gas thing stuck up way too high. I got a new high efficiency furnace that vents out the side. That got pulled out today. It's looking good. My weather station, PTZ camera, UHF antenna, and FM antenna. That used to be at the peak right there, about right there. That got taken off today. And there's half of it there, and there's the other half there. I'm going to revise. I didn't like it looking like something from space. So I'm probably only going to I'm going to get rid of this motor. And I'm going to buy a new weather station. Look at the bird shit. It hasn't worked properly in years anyway. The sun's gotten to it. I think I bought that around 2017, 2018. I'm not sure. The camera was still working good. PTZ. Power tilt. Point tilt zoom. I forgot that it had these 2 extra wires, and I'm not sure what they're for. But I'm not putting the motor back up. The reason for the motor was I could pick up the Calgary channels, and I just wanted to pan and see what else I could get, and all I could get was the Lethbridge channels, and they were the exact same channels. So what's going on here now in this neighborhood? This house has gone up in value. I have no plans to sell it because it would cost me that much. That lot right there where that new house is, and there's empty lots. In 2009 when I bought here, they were listed at $164,000. And they were built in the late 90s, developed late 90s. Not sure. This is 2003. But for years, there was nothing behind me. And recently, they dropped the price of the lots from 164 down to 64,000 Canadian dollars. I just got my property taxes, and they dropped my property, the dirt, from 164 down to 64. But they probably almost doubled the value of the structures on my property. Yeah, this is Tim Cat's dream. This deck was built in 2016 by the same guy and his buddy that's tearing off that roof. Well, actually, the guy that's helping the guy tearing off that roof didn't help build the deck. He was doing other things. But the guy that built this deck. I put the railings on. She's looking good. This is going to look like a normal house again. Yeah, I hated that pergola roof ever since I bought the place. That 5 feet you see up front, that's coming off tomorrow morning. And all you're going to see is this ridge line. And then he says Tuesday or Wednesday that they're tearing all the original shingles off. They're in good shape underneath, but they put thousands of holes because they toe-nailed on the trusses that went north-south. My original trusses go east-west. So, yeah. Right now I'm quite vulnerable if it rains tonight or tomorrow, or they're calling for rain on Thursday and today's Sunday night. So hopefully they at least get the, not sure if you still call it tar paper, but they put layers, a starter row. So it's 2-ply of tar paper and then 2-ply all the way up. Hopefully they get that on by Wednesday afternoon. Also, the new dormer didn't have its own vented eaves trough. So it just right at that truss, the one they left for their safety, in case they tripped and fell, they left that. They're taking that off last. There's 4 vent holes that were cut in that. So this eaves trough was venting the lower attic, and then they added 4 more vents at the top to vent this attic. The air would come in at the bottom and then vent out the top. Lots of ventilation, never had problems with that. Yeah, she's gonna look good when it's done. Costing me big bucks though, huge dollars. And a life interruption. Here's the garbage bin over here. There was so much I've done here. I added the heat to the garage. I added the gas barbecue hookup, natural gas. I don't need propane tanks. I added the solar. I painted that trim. I drywalled, insulated. I forget what else. I rewired the whole garage. I got this for a steal of a deal back then, and it's paid off. Whoever gets this, and I know who's getting this out of my estate, is getting a decent... Look at it, I got to pick up some more shingles, some more garbage. I've been basically the ground guy. There's the bin. That's the first bin. We got the boards leaning against the windows and the gas meter, and that's my neighbor's house. They're cool with it. I spoke with them. That's got to go into the garbage bin. This came off the roof. Been picking up stuff like this for 3 days now. Lawn's looking good, eh? Yeah. And that's Tim Cat, what he's up to. Oh, and I think it was the last video I did showing my shaved head. I didn't wear a hat yesterday, and I got a bad sunburn here. It actually hurts. Got some blisters in there.